Hello, welcome back. I'm Lori Williams, and today I want to talk to you about focusing on the journey instead of the destination. So, unfortunately, us human beings, we tend to get things a little bit backwards when we are focused on certain outcomes, and we spend our time being focused on the destination of what it is that we're trying to aspire to, or that goal that we're trying so hard to reach, and we always want to be at the destination. So we become consumed with the idea that we need to be at that destination in order to be something. Like, I will be successful when I reach my destination. I will be happy when I reach my destination. Whatever it is, we put an emotional attachment to the destination, but we're missing the point. The destination is not the point, because when we hit that destination, we actually tend to go through this kind of this feeling of, now what? Now what do we do now? Obviously you're going to set some new goals or some new destinations for yourself, which is fine. But if you just keep going through life, setting a destination, like setting yourself a goal, reaching the destination, set yourself a goal, reach the destination, and you're constantly focused on the destination, you're missing the journey. The journey is the point. The destination is not the point. And that's where we have it backwards. We believe that, like I said, we're going to be this, that, and the other thing when we get to that destination. But we don't focus on the steps that we're taking and who we're becoming on that journey. And I'm going to give you an example. So, if you want to be a doctor, you can't just wake up one morning and be like, oh, I want to be a doctor. That's my end goal. I'm going to, in a week, I'm going to start being a doctor. You can't do that. You can't just go from where you are to that destination. You have to go through schooling. You have to gain knowledge. You have to gain on the job, like actual like work. Like, you have to be able to do the work, and you do that by on the job training. um, you can't just wake up one day and decide to be a doctor. That's not how it works. The process of going to school, the process of working at a hospital while you're doing like your um, while you're doing your schooling, the whole process of doing that is allowing you the time and the support and the education to become the person that you need to be in order to be the doctor. And every goal we set for ourselves, that is the point of the journey. Instead of focusing on the destination, if you could focus on who you're becoming to be in that role of getting to that destination, only then do you understand the point of obtaining our goals. Obtaining our goals isn't about having the goal, it's about who we're becoming in the process, how we're showing up in the world, what is changing in within us, what is, like, once served us is no longer serving us. That is the process. The process of becoming is the point. That is the journey, essentially. So if you can keep your focus on who you're becoming, obviously you got to keep the destination, that goal, the end goal in mind. But if you can focus on who you're becoming in that process, you're going to find it's a little bit easier to remain patient and to remain focused on the here and now and what you have control over here and now. Because unfortunately, when we're just worried about what the destination is, we become very impatient and we just want the end goal now. That's not how it works typically. We have to become the person that we're meant to be in order to have that goal. And the journey allows us that process. Another thing that you can do to help the time to pass is to focus on how much you have already progressed. Like, a lot of the times that this comes up with my clients, it's even come up with myself a few times, and I've had to work through this. Especially like if you're just, your nose is to the grindstone and you're work, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh well, I want to do this, this, and this, and then you stop to realize it's like, wow, I've already done, this. Like, there's like a list of things that you've already accomplished, that you never took time out to celebrate yourself, to celebrate those accomplishments. If you find yourself in that predicament, celebrate yourself now. Celebrate yourself through all the progress that you make. If I like to set the big goal, but I also like to set like little goals too, because that reminds me that when it reminds me that I am moving forward. It shows me that I'm actually, obtaining those steps to becoming the version of me that I need to be to have that end goal. but it also reminds me too to celebrate and to realize how much I have progressed on the journey as well. And then the last thing to do to help you be a little bit more patient on this process, because this process can definitely be, it can be a long process. In the world of manifestation, the how and the when is not up to us, it's up to the universe. And that's typically the two things that people tend to get most caught up in is the how and the when. It's all going to come in divine timing. It's all going to be perfectly planned, like even better than you could have ever imagined. So that's why it's so helpful in the interim to be able to have some things that you can focus on. And those are the three things I'm giving to you today. The last but not least is to release expectation. Don't be so stuck to your goals that you are unwilling to see anything else as an opportunity. Because let's say, for an example, if I've set the goal that I want to write a book, I set that goal. I create that goal. I take the steps. I write the drafts. I write the copy, like the final copy. It gets released and all that kind of stuff. But I'm still focused on writing the book. That I didn't even realize that it's now like a number one bestseller because I didn't open myself up to that. It's like things will happen for us that would literally blow us away. Like literally, like it wasn't even in our gauge, like in our spectrum of awareness when we initially set that goal. And so having a goal is important, but don't be so stuck in it that you're not willing to accept all of the greatness that can come from that. Because when the universe does deliver in divine timing, it's going to be as good as what you asked for or better. So you're either going to get exactly what you asked for or it's going to be better. You never get less than what you ask for unless you're being like redirected in a different direction. That's the only time. But even that still works out as good or better than what you had hoped. So release the idea of how things have to be, release the expectations of how this is going to work out, release the need to know. It's all the ego aspect of us that wants to know. It's not like truly us that wants to know. It's not our higher self that wants to know. The higher self knows and trusts and knows that this is a journey and that the journey is the point. It's the ego that wants the satisfaction and the control of having that knowledge of when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, things like that. So next time you find yourself saying, oh, well, I don't think I'm on the right path, or I feel like I should be a lot further along than what I am, you're missing the point. The journey is the point. The destination is just the happy little miracle that we get at the end of the journey. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care. Bye for now.